I can look at your eye and I can tell you the condition of your gut. I can tell you how your thyroid's doing. I can tell you how your kidneys are doing, how your adrenals are doing. I can see your genetics. I can see how long it's going to take you to heal, or how strong your body is to heal, all by just looking at your eye. I can see stress. Like there's a lot, like parasites. There's tons of things I can see just by looking at your eye.
Welcome to the Radiant Mom Rising, the podcast that's all about celebrating and empowering the incredible hardworking mothers out there. I'm your host, Mary Dibble. I'm on a mission to equip you with the tools, strategies, and inspiration you need to conquer the challenges of motherhood and life, all while embracing your radiant self. Join us each week for amazing guest interviews, relatable stories, and a whole lot of fun. We're here to create a vibrant, supportive community where we can be our authentic selves, where no one feels alone, and where we uplift and cheer each other on along this incredible journey of motherhood. So, fellow Radiant Moms, get ready to rise, shine, and conquer the world. Let's grow together, laugh together, and make every week a celebration of the powerful, radiant moms we are. This is Radiant Mom Rising, and you're part of a community where your brilliance shines through. Are you ready to rise with us? Let's get started. Welcome to a profound exploration of holistic health in today's episode. You're about to embark on a transformative journey delving into the interconnected realms of nutrition, mindset, and overall well-being. Meet my guest, Kelly Stevens, a true healer hailing from Newport Beach, California. She's not your average health practitioner. Kelly is a level 2 regenerative detoxification health practitioner trained under the renowned Dr. Robert Morse, ND. Kelly is also a certified expert in lymphatic, iridology, and functional blood work. What sets her apart is her unique approach to wellness and true belief that the body can heal itself from anything. Kelly seamlessly blends the ancient art of iridology with the cutting-edge science of functional blood work. Through this innovative fusion, she creates personalized healing paths for her clients. Get ready for eye-opening stories, practical insights, and expert guidance on your path to a healthier, more balanced life. Let's dive in. Thank you for tuning in to Radiant Mom Rising podcast. I'm Mary Dibble, your host. And today I'm joined with the awesome Kelly Stevens. She's the owner and CEO of Eye on Healing. She's a regenerative health practitioner and helps to do alternative and holistic health services. Thank you so much for joining me, Kelly. How are you doing today?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Mary. I'm excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you. We're very excited to hear your story and learn more about you and what led you to do this field.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my story is a good one. So it's a little long. So let's get going. I'll try to kind of keep it going. Basically, my story starts kind of back when I was 16 years old. When I was 16 years old, all of a sudden, my healthy dad got really sick and he had to have a liver transplant. And just all of a sudden, I just see health to like, he could barely walk. He was just like in the hospital for a long time. Nobody could kind of quite figure out what it was. He was misdiagnosed, all these things. So come to find out he has this genetic liver disease. And I was tested and I also have this genetic liver disease. So I was told, don't drink, don't smoke, just kind of live a life, and you might get it or you might not, and you might have to have a liver transplant or you might not. And so that's what I was told when I was 16. And I'm like, when you're 16, you don't think much about it. I'm just like, okay, cool. Where's my clothes? Like, where's the car? Like, where's my cool stuff? So I don't really think much about it. I go to school, I go to Arizona State University, and I party my face off. I drink, I smoke, I do all the things that they say don't do. I do all of it. Yeah. I'm not thinking about it. And I also was in my head, like, if I'm going to get this disease, I'm going to have fun, like I'm going to enjoy my life. If this is my fate when I'm 40 years old, I'm going to have fun, so don't really think much about it. Kind of keep going. I went to college, I drank a lot, did all the things, ate whatever I wanted, lots of pizza, lots of burgers, and it kept after college too. I kept going out, I kept doing the things. And I found myself at age 30, just I didn't feel good. I was overweight. I was 41 pounds heavier than I am today. I remember taking a shower and just not having any energy and just being like, how am I going to get through today? How am I going to do this? Just not feeling good. So I'm like, this is no way. I didn't like the person that I looked in the mirror and I saw, like, I couldn't put my arms in t-shirts without the t-shirts being too small for my arms, and so I was just like, this isn't what I want to do. And I remember I was down in Rocky Point, Mexico, right before my 30th birthday. I was down there partying and I saw a bunch of people running on the beach. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to be a runner. That looks amazing. And that for me was like a catalyst. And I was like, I'm going to do this. And I changed everything right around my 30th birthday. I started just tracking my food. I went into MyFitnessPal. I tracked everything I ate. I didn't know anything about food. I was just like, let me just hit this number that tells me to hit, But over time, as I kind of started putting more things in there, I was like, hey, if I eat this healthier meal, I can eat more food as opposed to if I eat this burger over here. So I started learning more about food and nutrition, just tracking my food for years. So basically from age 30 to 34, I played this game that everyone plays, the diet game, up and down. I gained it, I lost it, I gained it, I lost it. I was playing that game that everyone plays, and I was like, I didn't quite ever figure it out. Right around the age of 34, I figured it out. I started working out at F45. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of F45. It's like a national hit studio type thing. But their thing was they had a diet, and a lot of the food that you ate, you had to make yourself. And so it was like the dressings were oil and like lemon juice, very simple things. It wasn't like I was buying anything in the store. I had to make everything myself. I was making ketchup myself. I was making every single thing myself because it was just getting back to basics. I wasn't eating the added sugars, and I finally got all the weight off, and he kept it off. It hasn't ever come back. So at 30, so I'm 40 years old now, hasn't ever come back. So it's great. So I finally figured it out, and it was great. And I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I have this amazing body. And I was doing fitness modeling for a little bit. So I loved it. And then I broke my neck. So
I know. Yeah, please share that. How did that happen?
I know. I don't know how I broke it. And that's the crazy thing is I woke up one day and I would always drink lemon water. And so I would put my cup of lemon water in the microwave, and I just had extreme pain the next morning over my neck. And I'm like, what is this? And I went to the doctor and I'm like, this hurts. Like, and they're like, oh, you just have sore muscles. And I'm like, no, like I work out a lot. Like, this is more than sore muscles. And they were like, oh, we'll just see and just be careful with it. So then I go back to the place 2 weeks later because I'm still in pain. And they're like, oh yeah, you have costochondritis. And it was like something else that I had. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then like almost a month later, I'm still in pain, still not feeling good. And I'm just like, I want to work out. Like, what's going on? And they're like, well, let's just do an x-ray just in case. And they did an x-ray and they found that my neck was broken. So they were like, well, it's a stable fracture. We're going to put you in a hard cervical collar. So for 9 months, I couldn't do anything. 9 months.
Bless your heart.
So for an active person that had figured it out and was working out and like, I knew the food, it was like, I can't do this. I could only walk. And even walking at the beginning was really painful because I was in that neck brace. And so it was really painful to do a lot of things. So it was like, okay, what do I do? And that's when I leaned into nutrition, is when I was like, I'm going to heal my body with food. I'm going to really study like what foods are going to bring the properties for bone healing. Like what foods can I be eating? And so I ate a lot of spinach. I ate a lot of like green bell peppers, like the green vegetables. Green are bone healers. So green onions, green bell peppers, like all of that was really good. I ate a lot of salads. Okay. And I healed myself pretty fast. Like when I went to physical therapy, they were shocked at my progress. I think I only did 4 sessions of physical therapy and I was like, I'm good. I don't need any more. I was good.
Just from your nutrition.
So yeah. So at age 30, I do that. Yeah. And so then I'm kind of like, still kind of in this like, well, actually, back up a little bit. My spine doctor tells me I'm always going to have pain. And I had pain in my neck forever because I broke my neck. I shifted all the bones are shifted down. And he's like, you're always going to deal with this chronic pain. And if you've ever been in chronic pain sucks. Like I was in a bad mood. I avoided certain things that I would do. I didn't want to do certain things I used to like doing. I would have to ease off the weights. And I'm a weight training girl. So I love working out and I couldn't do a lot of that. So I went back to F45 and I met this girl and she was literally carrying around this water. And I'm like, what is this water? Like, what was this water? She's like, drink this water. It'll help you. I'm like, I don't know. I healed myself with food, girl. I don't think water's going to do anything for me, but this water took away my pain in 3 weeks. So, so I had no more pain. Yeah, crazy. I had no more pain because the water took my pain away. And I'm just like, wait, why? Why did this water take my pain away? And so that's when I dove into research of why is this water different than what I'm drinking in the store? Why is that? And it all kept coming back to alkalization and alkalizing the body and getting the body into a healing state. And so I kept reading, and at the time I ate whatever I wanted. I ate meat, I ate kind of the lean proteins because I was eating the fitness diet, what they tell you to eat, the little rice, potatoes, that kind of stuff, little protein, lean protein. I was eating all that, but I kept coming back to the fact that meat and dairy and all that stuff was really acidic for the body. And I'm like, let me just cut this out and see if I feel any different. Like, let me just try it. And I was honestly like, if my fitness suffers, I'm going back to meat. Like, and I didn't want to give it up because I was like, I do really well with it. Why would I give it up? So I tried it, and I felt amazing. I felt way better than I thought I would. I started increasing my weight faster. I felt so much better. I had so much more energy, and I was like, there's something to this. And that was almost 4 years ago. So I haven't actually gone back to meat in over 4 years. I weight train heavier now than I ever did before. I have zero neck pain, zero pain. I have no pain whatsoever in my body. It's amazing. I used to have wrist pain too, because I was a gymnast, no more wrist pain. And now like, I love to help people with pain because it's like, I just remember feeling just not good, like chronic pain really bugs you down. And if I can help people get out of that just by changing what they're eating, that's amazing to me,
Oh my God, that's wonderful. So you are the owner and CEO of Eye on Healing. I'm guessing that's what this is about helping people with their diet.
Yeah. So Eye on Healing, I actually, when I got into learning about food and alkalization, I found this guy named Dr. Robert Morse. And I'm so thankful I found Dr. Robert Morse when I did, because I went vegan right before 2020. And I think I found Dr. Morse like March 2020. And it was when we were all locked down. And so I was reading his book, and it was literally like a light bulb went off. I mean, I had fitness background training. I had a lot of this stuff, but I just kept going back to the fact of like, why do healthy people get sick? Why did my healthy dad all of a sudden get sick? And I just always wanted to answer that question. And finding Dr. Robert Morse answered that question for me. And so it was really like, oh my gosh, aha, like we need to be looking at health in terms of chemistry. Like we need to be thinking of in terms of acid and alkaline. We need to be thinking in food in terms of acid and alkaline. And what is it actually doing to the body? And that to me was like a light bulb. So I got certified through Dr. Robert Morse as level 1 and level 2 regenerative detoxification. So I'm able to put the body in a position that it can heal from anything and really like give it the ability to heal, because our bodies were designed to heal. Our bodies were designed to heal itself. We don't need to be taking things, like nothing we take is going to heal the body. The body heals itself, but we have to get out of its way. And so I show people how to get out of its way. And through Dr. Robert Morse, like I learned the regenerative detox, but something really cool I learned through him was called iridology. So I don't know if you've ever heard of iridology, but this is where the eye part comes in.
Oh,
yeah, right? It's so cool.
Attention, hardworking moms. Are you ready to kickstart your journey to a thriving online business? Introducing Learn and Earn Profits Online Max, a groundbreaking digital resale course that's revolutionizing success. Learn how to create your own funnel and sell this exact course, pocketing a whopping 100% of the profits. Yes, you heard that right, 100% yours. Lipo Max is an enhanced platform packed with incredible modules and valuable insights designed to elevate your online business game. Don't miss this chance to join a supportive community where hard work meets exceptional opportunities. Say goodbye to the hassle of creating courses from scratch. Lipo Max does the heavy lifting for you, empowering you to learn and earn in an environment tailored for your success. Act fast and secure your spot in this game-changing program and set yourself up for a prosperous life. Join the Lipo Max community today. Click on the link in the show notes to learn more or contact me today with any questions.
So iridology is basically you look at your iris and the colored part in your eye, everything in your eye corresponds to a different organ. So I can look at your eye and I can tell you the condition of your gut. I can tell you how your thyroid's doing. I can tell you how your kidneys are doing, how your adrenals are doing. I can see your genetics. I can see how long it's going to take you to heal, or how strong your body is to heal, all by just looking at your eye. I can see stress. Like there's a lot, like parasites. There's tons of things I can see just by looking at your eye. So the Eye on Healing is I want to look at your eye and really see what's going on and really heal the body. I took it a little step further just because people really love blood work. And I mean, what the doctors look at blood work is not right. Those ranges are basically based on the average of a very, very, very sick nation, and they're changing every year. They're getting longer, bigger and bigger. And the ranges the doctors are using are just going to keep you off of medication. But functional blood work ranges are a lot tighter. They're a lot different. And they're what I got certified in. So I got certified in functional blood work training. I'm able to actually pull people's blood work and look at it and give them insights, because you can look at different markers. Like I'll look at probably 40 different markers. I'm like, hey, this is high, this is low, this is high. It means that possibly this is probably going on in your body. So I'm able to pinpoint things way before you'll ever see an issue or it ever flagging out a medical range, which is so cool. So yeah, the eye on healing, I take your eye and I take your blood work, and we really put a plan together to get the body in a good position.
That's wonderful. I have heard people tell me in the past about, ways that you can tell you're sick or see things in your eyes, which I find very neat. I love that. That's cool. Because everything's just connected to each other. It's all connected. And I had a guest before tell me about how when it was her kids that led her to start being mindful of their habits and their eating and things like that, because she even realized that some of her daughter's behaviors changed just by her gut health being corrected. And so I think that's such a powerful, lesson for us all to learn. And I'm so intrigued by this, because this is an area that I know personally I want to improve on for my own life, because I know like diabetes runs in my family. I am not going to lie, I'm terrified about the idea of getting that, because I've never been like a healthy eater. I grew up with a mom who didn't make me eat my vegetables. So if it wasn't for my husband, I would not eat even close to healthy right now. He actually is the one who helps me to eat healthy. He's more conscious of it and more, educated. And it's funny, he did have a no meat diet once and lost the most weight. He had the most energy. He did the best with, and I kind of feel bad because although he was doing really good with it, like I love meat. I had a hard time because I was even pregnant during that time, and I craved steaks and the red meat because I had low iron. So he kind of ended up falling back into the meat. And now he's actually doing more of a meat diet for his protein and stuff than anything. But I know that he had such an amazing experience whenever he did the whole no meat diet. I saw a big difference in that for sure.
Yeah. I take it a step further and I eat mostly raw food. So I don't eat a lot of cooked food, because when you get into cooked food, basically all energy is measured in units called amstograms, and the amstograms are in different foods. And so raw fruits have the highest electrical value of any food out there. Meat has zero. And I mean, we need, I think, at least 1,200 amstograms to be able to smile. So it's like you want to be eating this food that has the high electrical properties, raw fruits, raw vegetables. That's where it's at. The cooked meat doesn't have it.
Wow. That's very interesting. Tell us a little bit about ways that people can come and work with you, as far as if they were interested to work with you. Like what all, do you have like an in-office? Do you do all things virtually or a little bit of both?
For sure. Yeah. So I'm in Southern California. I'm in Newport Beach, and I can definitely meet up with people locally and take eye pictures, because I've kind of found that it's a little bit of a struggle for people to get a good picture of their eyeball, but I can work with people virtually. I can work with people anywhere. I can order blood work anywhere, I think, except for New York and Rhode Island or New Jersey. All those three, I think they have some different laws around that. But if you're outside of those states, I can order your blood work. If you're in those states, you can go through your doctor and I can just tell you what I would like to see, because my panel is a lot bigger than what the doctor's going to look at, because I want to see everything. The doctors just run like one TSH the TSH for your thyroid, and they'll put you on medication just on one marker. I'm like, that is not okay. I'm going to look at a lot of different markers for your thyroid. I'm going to look at other things that come into play with your thyroid. We're really going to see, is it a thyroid problem or is it a nutrient and mineral problem? Because most of the time I had low thyroid and the doctors wanted to put me on medication. It was an iodine issue. So I would have been taking medication when I should have just been having iodine in the diet. And all I need to do is have more kelp. It's that simple.
No, and they're so trained as doctors to push medicine, because it's the pharmaceuticals that kind of run things, and they're all about making money. So it's so hard to truly trust, everything you hear. And this is why I love the holistic perspective and just taking the time to really research and educate yourself on the things, regardless of what you're told, because like you say, it's something that lady, for instance, was talking about how her daughter, I think they were going to try to diagnose her ADD. but it was just her gut health, and it's like, so it's so easy to be told one thing. And I guess I'm really bothered too with seeing people who are stuck on medication that they may not even need, because think about it. When you take one medication, it comes with all these other side effects. So you're masking one side effect in order to take on all these other ones. And then you have to take this medication to help that side effect. And it just becomes like this whirlwind of like disaster that you're just throwing all this stuff to your body that you may not even need, or there could be a better way. And I think it's amazing to have people like you who take the time to educate yourself, to research, and then you're willing to go out there and help others who are in the position to do that. So I commend you very much for doing that. I think that's awesome. And what would you say to somebody right now if they were struggling with their health, struggling with dieting? Like, what kind of advice, encouragement would you give somebody who knew they wanted to do this, but were like skeptical, not sure?
Yeah. I think the biggest advice I have for anyone, and where I started with it, was start your day with fruit. Start your day with fruit only. Don't mix blueberries in your oatmeal. Don't do that, because then you're mixing food combining rolls and it's not good. Just eat fruit by itself. Pick your favorite fruit and eat that for breakfast. Like, that will change your health, because our body does its heaviest digestion overnight, and it's doing all that work. It's digesting, it's doing that stuff. Think about it. When you wake up and you put a heavy protein meal with like eggs and bacon or whatever you eat for breakfast, that's just heavy on your body. You want to give it something light, something that digests in 30 to 2 hours and it's done. And so your body can kind of keep doing its work, because if our body's just stuck in digestion, it's not going to heal. We want it to be able to regenerate and heal. So if we're constantly in digestion, it's never going to regenerate and heal. So giving it a little bit of a break in the morning and starting your day with fruit is a huge tip, like huge thing. Like, it changed a lot for me. Like, I don't even drink coffee anymore. Like, don't even need coffee. I'm much like, wait, what? I have way more energy. I don't need coffee.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you have great energy.
Like, yeah. I think today I brought it to work because I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I do my juicing, or I prep my food, because raw food, you can't really like pre-cut fruits and stuff, because you really want to eat it like raw, electric right there. So this morning this is my favorite breakfast right now. It was 8 cups of watermelon, 1 cup of raspberries, and 2 limes that I put in a blender. And so it was just my entire blender, and I was drinking that for breakfast. And everyone's like, oh my gosh. Well, it was so good. And it filled me up for hours, and I had so much energy.
Love it. I love it. Yes. With you talk about how you blend that up. What about like vegetables? Because I've heard of people who would do like kale or spinach and mix it in with fruits and blend it up and have that as a drink. Is that something that you do, or that you feel like would be beneficial? Or somebody who doesn't eat vegetables?
Yeah, I don't do it as much. I know. I'm like, yeah, you can do vegetables for sure. I think at the beginning, when you're transitioning to eating more fruits, adding the kale or adding the spinach into it is going to help with your blood sugar. So it's going to be good to help balance it. Because at the beginning of transitioning from eating whatever to all fruit was not good for me. It took a little bit for my body to get okay. Now I have no problems with insulin. I pull my blood work every year. I do know that everything's right in line and it's okay. But at the beginning, it was a little bit out there. So I would say if you have issues with blood sugar and you feel a little off when you're eating the fruits and just too much, throw in some greens in a smoothie, and that'll actually probably bring it down a little bit. With the greens, like I like to say, always juice the greens. If you want to drink something, juice the greens and blend the fruit, because you want that fiber in the fruit. So you don't want to juice your fruit. You want to be eating that fiber. So always blend fruit, and then you can juice your greens.
Awesome. Wonderful advice. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing all this. And I'll be sure to share your information in the show notes so people can find you and learn more how to work with you and just follow you. And is there anything else that you'd love to share, advice or tips or strategies that you would encourage listeners about?
Yeah, I mean, I think I know we talked a lot about food here, but as far as health goes, I mean, it's not just about food. And I know health is so focused on what you eat and you work out, but our health, you guys, it's what we drink, it's what we eat, it's what we breathe, it's what we put on our skin, and it's what we think. So it's all of these things together. And I think people don't really realize like what they're putting on their skin is getting absorbed into their body as well. So we got to be really mindful, and we got to be putting things on the skin that we can pronounce and we know what they are. Like we know that we can read the label and we know what they are. It's fruits and vegetables we're putting on our skin, it's good. So we want to be really mindful about not only just food, but also the products that are going on the skin and also the air that you're breathing and what you're thinking, you guys. The mind is so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful. So we want to be feeding it really, really good, positive things.
Absolutely. Yeah. See, I'm always about the mindset, because I think that for me, it's been one of the hugest transformations is being able to get more control of my mind and be more in the present moment, like having that ability to, you know, take a pause, rethink how I want to behave or how I want to react to something. It's helped me the most. And just shifting the way I had a lot of negative, I grew up in a lot of negativity, and being able to shift that into that positive thing. And it really does. It makes a difference. It attracts different things for you. It's incredible. But it's also a lifelong process. You're always going to have to keep on doing stuff. And now part of your business, is it, and I'm just wanting to clarify, do you guys focus on all these other aspects, like you're saying about the skin, like things that you put on and things like that as well? Like it's not just about
all that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's all. It's all your health. Yeah. So I mean, we go through a program. Like I've got a 16-week program for the people that are really, really serious, and we're going to go in. We're going to clean up your diet. We're going to put you through a detoxification protocol where you're on a raw food diet for a little bit, and you're taking herbs to really help your body. And then I'm going to teach you how do you live like this, you know, because you can't live on a detox diet, but how do you kind of maintain this great health throughout the years, because we live in a really toxic world. So is that like yearly cleanses? Like, what does that look like? You know, so I teach people about like further than just detox. Like, what do, you know?
Yes, exactly. Okay. That is wonderful. I think that's fantastic. I love hearing about this. I love it. Thank you again for everything you shared. It's very insightful. This is exciting to me. I love meeting new women who are helping give back, and I'm all about supporting each other and growing and learning. Thank you so much again, Kelly, for joining me on the show, for bringing all this insight. I think anyone would be so lucky to work with you, to learn from you. So before we end, is there anything else you'd like to share about your story?
I mean, no, just eat. Don't be afraid of fruit. Like, people are so afraid of fruit. Don't be afraid of fruit. Eat that whole banana. Like if it says half banana, eat that whole banana.
Okay. See, actually my husband's always talking about how, it's so much sugar. It's so much sugar. And I'm like, but it's the good sugar, isn't it not? Like, because he worries about like with the diabetes, but I'm like, isn't that the good sugar? Like we should be eating the fruits. We should be eating that kind of stuff. And even that I've kind of slacked on, that I would like to, get back in my diet.
Yeah.
My kids
And I think if I hadn't lived this lifestyle for 4 years and eating really high fruit, I'd probably be like, yeah, that's a lot. That's too much. But I'm like 105 pounds. I lift heavier than I've ever lifted in my life. Like fruit is not going to make you fat. It's not going to make you fat. Sorry, I can tell you right now for a fact, you can build muscle and it will not make you fat.
Oh yeah. You have given me such insight. I cannot wait for the listeners to hear, this and to learn from you and to grow. I hope to bring you back in the future and let you give us an update on where things are going, how things are working with your clients, and any new programs that you might have going on. So again, thank you so much for taking this time with me today and being on my show. It's been wonderful having you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for having me.
Here are the key takeaways from today's episode. If you're a new mother or know someone who is, understanding the signs and seeking help early can make a significant difference in both maternal and infant well-being. This episode sheds light on the importance of recognizing and addressing postpartum depression. If you are considering having children later in life, it's essential to be aware of the potential challenges that can arise due to age-related hormonal changes. This knowledge empowers you to make informed decisions about your reproductive health journey. Whether you're experiencing mood swings or other mental health concerns, recognizing the role of estrogen in your overall well-being is crucial. This episode highlights how hormone imbalances can impact mental health and emphasizes the importance of seeking support. Paying attention to your gut health is not only beneficial for your own well-being, but can also influence your child's health. Consider adopting healthy habits to support your gut microbiome for a smooth pregnancy journey. As you approach perimenopause, or experience hormonal fluctuations, understand hormone therapy options can be empowering. By weighing the potential benefits and risk, you can make decisions that align with your health goals. If you notice irregularities in your menstrual cycles or mood swings, these could be indicators of hormonal imbalance. Being aware of these signs allows you to take proactive steps towards seeking appropriate medical guidance and support. To learn more about Marie and how you may work with her, go to www.menopausemoxie.com and book a complimentary consultation today. Lastly, subscribe to my show and leave me a review. Your feedback is much appreciated. If you want my support on your journey towards creating a life you desire, then visit me at marydibblecoaching.com or contact me on social media to learn more about how I can help you find the results you are longing for. Let us, radiant moms, continue to rise and enjoy life to the fullest. Until next time, much love.